One, 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 one.
Oh, I was looking for the signal. Yo.
Yo. We always start some kind of crazy way.
My bad. I thought it was a signal. I was waiting for it. There was no code. You didn't give me like a bat signal. It was like,
I was actually waiting for the green to pop up.
Oh.
And the green kind of took a minute, but it was still, the numbers was going.
So that's why I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'm waiting.
Yeah, we're going. No, we're going.
We're going. Okay.
We're live. We're live, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here. We are Wrestlemaniacs 2. Once again for another week. And you know how we do this thing. It's your boy Izzy Too Real, along with my boy
Troy.
In the building for one more week of wrestling talk, and this is we're heading into the greatest wrestling season of all.
My favorite pay-per-view of all time.
You know what? Mine too. It's not even a question.
Every year, this is the one where I'm like,
let's go.
I'm amped up 24/7 for this. Like I've been waiting from New Year's.
He said from New Year's.
Really? I can't remember the pay-per-view before Royal Rumble. What was that?
That used to be before Royal Rumble?
No, what was right before Royal Rumble this year?
Nothing. It was Survivor Series. And then they did it.
Yeah.
It was Survivor Series.
Survivor Series, the NXT had a pay-per-view.
Yeah, Deadline.
Yeah. Well, ever since Survivor Series, I've been for the Royal Rumble, to be honest with you. I've been looking forward to it. Once CM Punk returned, I was ready for the Royal Rumble. That's when I was like, okay, we got contenders. This year, usually, every year when it comes around Royal Rumble time, you know who's kind of going to win.
Right.
So you kind of already
because they really only give you like three like main guys. You're like, okay, one of them three gonna win. This year, it's so many stories to go along with whoever. Who cares who wins it? It's more of the stories now. Because now we can kind of go to like the '92 Rumble, which was really the greatest Rumble because of all the different stories that was able to be told in that match. And now we kind of have this once again with stories just galore.
I love it. I love stories. I love unpredictability, I guess. I love that feeling I get when I'm like, okay, I don't know who's going to win. I really do not know who's going to win. Like, I love predicting wrestling. That's one of my favorite things to do. I love predicting wrestling because I feel like history repeats itself all the time. So I'm one of those people that love to just call it out before it even happens. But with this Royal Rumble, I'm tired. I'm torn in so many different ways. It's unbelievable. Like my personal favorites and the storylines and it's all over the place. Like I'm thinking like who could make the most money, who will actually be a big draw. Like it's all over the place. My feelings on the Royal Rumble this year.
Well, if that's the case and that's the metrics that you're going on, it looks like that we're gonna be going back to the three guys again. Like you were talking about when we first came on, because there's only three big money draws that can win this thing.
Like we talked about earlier with the Final Four. The Final Fours that we was talking about. I'm like...
And three of those Final Four are like, yes. I don't care who wins out of those three.
Yes. Most definitely. Yes.
And if somehow, I'll just throw the random name out there, if somehow Drew McIntyre wins it, just give me something to sink my teeth into. But he would probably lose whatever opportunity he has at the Elimination Chamber. So,
yeah, he is. But it's just when he just going with Drew, I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, what's the story we're gonna tell after this? How do we what's the story we're gonna follow? Like I think that's my
him leaving.
I think
him leaving should be the story.
What, WWE?
Yes. Because his contract's coming up anyway after WrestleMania.
Oh, it hasn't been announced. Like he hasn't re-signed yet. Oh.
Nope. So that should be the story.
That'd be dope.
Now, don't actually leave because this is the most people have ever been investing in you.
Yeah.
So I don't think you should leave at all. You need to resign. But
don't leave because you want to be the world champion. You're not going to be the world champion always.
Yeah. And you won it, and you were.
Do you prefer to be a mainstay main event guy in WWE, or would you rather be the world champion of TNA?
Okay. That's a great question, and I think I have the best way to answer it. What's the difference? And damn, I have to answer it with asking the question. What's the difference of being the world champion in TNA for a year and being the champion in WWE for a year and a half that you were, or almost a year that you were, during the pandemic? You carried the pandemic. So why would you leave to go to another company which is smaller to win their world title, and then after you lose it, then what? you're going to be in the same position again at a lower tier company.
That's what makes it even more embarrassing.
Yeah. So I would rather still get my $800 to $2 million a year, staying with WWE and just being a mid-carder. And sometimes I won't even be used, so I can just stay home. So
hey, the Good Brothers do it all the time.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in like a year and a half.
But the Good Brothers literally get a paycheck. They literally are told, you don't need to come to work unless we need you. We're going to still pay you, but you don't need to be here unless we need you. That is nuts.
That's kind of embarrassing.
But
for them.
But for them, it's like they've been wrestling for a while, and they're making more money than what they were in New Japan.
Which is correct.
And in TNA. And they have to literally, TNA, they wrestle, maybe 3 or 4 matches because they do tapings.
Right.
So.
Can we sidebar for a second?
What's up?
Still talking about the same thing, but why are they so awful?
Who?
The Good Brothers. Like, they were very interesting to me in New Japan.
Whoa. Why are they awful in WWE?
Yeah, I don't. Or in general, I guess, because they were even awful in AEW and TNA.
First of all, they didn't even get a match in AEW, if I remember correctly.
No, I think they did. I know Carl Anderson got a one-on-one match.
Still.
Now Gallows, I don't remember him.
They're
no,
terrible.
they had a 10-man with the Bucks and somebody.
And Kenny.
I don't think it was Kenny.
It was Kenny.
Was it Kenny?
Yeah, because they went against Hangman Adam Page in Dark Order.
There you go. I was like, yeah, they had one match.
They're only
I remember
terrible
Gallows with the red on.
because now they're limited. They're limited on what they could do. So and then plus,
I don't think Carl Anderson is limited.
Well, also I was gonna add in there, ring rust. They don't get in the ring that much either. So, bro, if you telling me that's like for me right now, right? Uh-huh. I just got back on the basketball court. I haven't played basketball in about a month or so. So it's like I have to get that flow back. I have to
get back in game shape.
I have to get back in game shape. So I know it for myself. Like I don't need to hear everybody else telling me how I need to you don't look like this person. No shit.
Right.
I know that. I have to get back into that form. So for them, they don't get in the ring a month or 2 at a time. And then
if the WWE it's even that.
Yeah. So I'm like, bro, by the time they get in the ring, we're like, man, I haven't seen you in the ring in a long time. And they be like, bro, they look like a bunch of not say they look trash because
like jobbers to me.
To me, they don't look like trash, but yeah, they end up looking like jobbers because they haven't. There's no steam behind them,
and there's
nothing
never
behind them. The push is all behind AJ and Michin at this point.
But you know what? I'm fine with that if you incorporate Carl Anderson can work.
Yes,
Carl Anderson's a talent. He was Machine Gun Carl Anderson. He was the de facto leader of the first Bullet Club. He was the leader, not Finn.
Not Finn. A lot of people don't know that.
So it's like Carl Anderson
even
has
when
it.
Finn left,
it was him.
It was him. He was still there.
Not AJ.
He set AJ up.
Yes.
He brought AJ in.
So it's like I don't understand the mind frame, at least with Carl Anderson. Gallows, I get it. He's bigger. He was limited as Festus. He was limited as Gallows. He's been limited.
To me, he has the same, but he can still do the same movesets as Ivar could do. He's just a taller, skinnier version of Ivar.
I'm about to say, but Ivar's fucking humongous and able to do the stuff that he's doing.
He's just a taller, skinnier version of him. So he does he wrestles like Eric Rowan. That's who Luke Gallows wrestles like. He does the spin kicks. He does all that stuff. He literally does all the big man moves with extra little kicks in there.
But for some reason, do Eric Rowan look a little more athletic than Gallows doing it? Because I actually see Ivar more in the Eric Rowan.
I feel like Eric Rowan. Well, I'm talking about Eric Rowan when he was with Bray Wyatt. Once he got later on, he stopped doing all the spin kicks and everything. Because he used to do spin kicks, he used to do little side kicks, heel kicks, all of them.
And he was a big man.
He's a big man, and it was like, yo, we don't never see big men really do that. And Luke Gallows does that, but they have to. I guess he did it
first.
They just have to get in the ring. That's the problem.
All right.
They don't get as much as burn in the ring like they should. Because to me, I feel like they're one of the top teams in the division.
They should be.
If you put them on TV.
I don't want to say that they should be, but they should be a team that you could focus on in the tag team division along with 3 or 4 other teams.
WWE focused on them before, but they gave them such a trash gimmick. Like that doctor,
because that's the only one that keep popping in my head when they had the white coats on. I'm like,
that was the
last time they were used efficiently though.
Yeah, and that was a trash gimmick. No one cared.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure they walked into WrestleMania with the titles.
Were they at Mania?
Yeah, that's when the Hardys came back. When they defended the titles
Orlando, 34.
Yeah, when they defended the titles against Enzo. And
Was that their last Mania? That was probably their last. That's 10 years.
Yeah, the rest of the time they've been in them Andre Battle Royals.
Yeah. I think Carl Anderson deserves a little bit more. Again, Gallows.
I love how you keep.
Because I seen something in Carl Anderson.
Yeah, because
now he's lost the weight too, so he's not as heavy as he was back then.
He got muscle.
It's like it's a better look. So I was like, at least try something with him, like him and AJ as a tag team, because you're not gonna really use AJ at the top of the card like that, because AJ's older.
Hell, why don't we get them in the tag team division of Carl Anderson and Gallows, and then we just have AJ right there in that United States title picture,
or put them all three together like the Freebirds rule. You don't know which one you're gonna get.
That's even better. I'm okay with AJ being in the main event status. I'm in the main event picture. I'm okay with that.
But they know they're not going to use him as much.
But we know we're not going to use him like that no more. So like, why not? First of all, I hate how WWE will waste money with that. You're wasting money with Carl Anderson and Gallows. Yeah. If you're not going to use them,
correct.
Then why even have them?
Why have them on the roster?
Just so you can say you have them. That makes no sense to me. That's dumb to me.
Yeah, let's do this. I got one more thing.
What's up?
Remember, I sent you the text
before we get into the recent news.
Yeah,
what text?
Because you sent me your question, so that I sent you mine. And since we kind of touching on this a little bit right now with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, since the WWE and AEW has so many different wrestlers under contract,
right?
What would be your idea or your way, if you ran the company, to incorporate, if not all, at least 90% of your roster on TV on a week-to-week basis?
I thought about it, and one, WWE has WWE Superstar. Make that important. Like, actually...
Do they still got that?
Yeah. It's on Hulu. I want to say it's on Hulu.
Damn.
You could go on Hulu and watch WWE Superstar and watch those matches.
Damn.
Like, that's not promoted. So, like, you wouldn't know.
I know, but
no one cares.
So and Raw's now going to Netflix. Like,
that's why everybody cared about Shelton Benjamin for a minute, because he was literally putting on bangers on WWE Superstars. Every week he was putting on bangers on WWE.
Baldhead Shelton or Gold Standard Shelton?
Baldhead Shelton.
What?
The one that just got cut, Shelton. That one.
I didn't even know.
That's why he ended up on TV for a little bit, because he actually was putting on good matches on WWE Superstars.
Didn't even know.
With Braun Breakers and the NXT. That's where all the NXT guys come from. So the Creeds, they came up on the Superstars, did a couple matches on Superstars, then they end up bringing them to Raw.
See, didn't even know that they still even had these shows.
Yeah, they don't promote them. That's the problem. They need to start promoting these more. Like, or at least just have them on where it's like, okay, this is our Saturday show. This is the Wednesday show. During the day, like, Wednesday show, hey, WWE Superstars into this. And it don't have to be an hour. It don't need to be competing against AEW. 30 minutes. Give me a 30-minute show, or at least give me like an hour show. I take that.
Yeah.
Literally, if AEW comes on at 8 o'clock, we have WWE Superstars come on at 7 to 8. You're not hurting nothing. You're not stepping on their toes. You ain't trying to compete.
You're not trying to compete.
You're not trying to compete. It's an hour show of really just 3 good matches. Maybe you got a 20-minute match, another 20-minute match, so that's 40, and then 3 20-minute matches right there, easily. Okay. You could do that easily, and you could do that with the problem with AEW is they have a bunch of shows that are fucking meaningless. No one cares about them. AEW Dark and Elevation and this and that, all these fucking random shows. Yeah, because that's a way for you to use your talent, but they don't have no fucking meaning. No one cares. I'm not about to go on AEW Dark to watch Kenny Omega take on fucking Bobby Joe from Texas. Bro, if Kenny don't give that motherfucker a V-trigger and get out there, like, I'm not about to waste my time with them.
You would if the show was worth something. So,
yes, if it was worth something.
Say I gave you a Superstars or a Dark Elevation show, right?
Right.
And I gave you a Kenny Omega versus Bob Schmo.
Right.
I gave you Let's see who else. I gave you a Swerve Strickland versus a Joe Schmo. Right. I give you these jobber matches, but then I give you something where Samoa Joe's having a great interview talking about what he's going to do to his next challenger. Or I give you a great MJF interview where he's doing something on the streets talking about...
You're talking about the old school style.
I'm talking about doing something where you're getting everybody involved on a weekly basis. Not on this one show, but at least through your 3 or 4 shows that you have a week, whether 2 of them are jobber shows,
right?
You're getting everybody on the show on a weekly basis.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's going to be some jobber matches because I don't want to have my main shows filled with like 5 main event matches where they're all going to go 20 minutes. Because I'm not going to be able to squeeze everybody on the show or get people on the show or make something mean something on the show.
I think I get what you're saying. But for me, I guess I don't want jobber matches all day and night. Like, I'm okay with people losing. That's cool. Mm-hmm. But let's make it worth my time.
I'm going to give you 1 or 2 main events. I give you the first match. Well, no. If it's a 1-hour show, I'll give you 1 main event. If it's a 2-hour show or hour and a half show, I'll give you 2 main events. One at the beginning and one at the end.
The
and jobber matches in the
okay.
middle.
Why we can't just do 3 20-minute matches?
Because how are you getting everybody used if you're doing 3 20-minute matches with 2 guys?
We rotate. We don't have to constantly have the same people on that show.
But that's what that was the question.
Yeah.
That was the way to get you to think. How do you get everybody on the weekly shows?
You're trying to like.
I'm trying to get everybody who's under contract that I'm paying. I'm trying to make sure that I'm putting good use to them and that I'm getting use out of my investment.
So say we have just booking the show right now, right?
Yep.
First match, I'm gonna have
Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy. Y'all can go 13.
Because what I'm looking at is I want the people that's usually not on Dynamite or not on Rampage, or the people who not usually on Raw or SmackDown. So like for WWE, right?
So what show we doing?
I'm gonna go WWE. So on Raw. Okay. So in this show is split Raw and SmackDown.
Okay.
So for this one show, I need 3 matches. So my first match, I'm gonna just go ahead and go with
for 2 hours, 3 matches.
1 hour.
Oh, okay.
It's 1 hour.
Okay.
1 hour show. Give me Austin Theory versus Cameron Grimes for 20 minutes. Go out there, boom. That's my first match to start off the show. Guess what? Second match, I go with Indy Hartwell versus, I don't know, Piper Nivens.
And this is a Raw? What is this?
It's a mixture of both.
Okay.
It's a mixture of both, half and half.
So it's superstars.
Yes, superstars.
Okay.
Like half and half of it. And then for my main event, I go with the Good Brothers taking on the New Day. Just a cross-brand match.
So what you doing in between?
So in between, we doing like little vignettes.
Little packages.
Something like hyping up NXT. Give me some NXT superstar that's going to be coming onto the show next week. Some up-and-coming guy who really don't be doing that much. Trick Williams going to be here next week. Trick Williams going to be on the show next week. Then I might have like a promo from Seth Rollins saying that you'll never know when he's going to show up.
On any show.
On any show. You never know when I'm going to show up. And that would be my show right there for 1 hour. Because now I gave you Indy. I gave you Indy and Piper that you really don't see that much. Mm-hmm. I gave you the Good Brothers, and I gave you the New Day. So that's a good tag team match. You don't really get to see the Good Brothers like that. And I gave you Austin Theory and Cameron Grimes, who really don't get that much screen time like that.
Gotcha.
So these are guys like I'm just thinking about them. I don't want to say them like disrespecting them, but the bottom feeders of the roster, the people who don't get that much screen time.
Well, the New Day ain't one of them.
Well, I have to get like some people on the show like that bring eyes. They're gonna give me some good competition.
Not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, I just at least need one person. That's why I like at least give me like that tag team. I could take that. New Day is everywhere anyway.
Everywhere. That's why I was like they on the show.
That's a name that you know. So it's like at least need something.
It was on SmackDown and went to Raw.
They're everywhere. Like, they've been on. They were literally NXT champions last year.
Like goodness gracious.
So I was saying, but
so I think it's great just listening to it because it just shows you old versus new school, or old versus present, or past versus present. Either way that you want to put it, it just really shows me that because it's like, again, I'm like, how do you get everybody? So if you have 80 guys on the fucking roster. How the hell do you get 80 guys on TV? If you have 60 guys, how do you get 60 guys on TV? And the best way to do it is with interview segments. The best way to do it is with quick matches, not longer matches, not 3-4 matches. Like, you might need more because you're trying to squeeze people on there, but you actually got to still keep the interest of the fans.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't give them too much, and they're gonna lose interest anyway in the middle of the show.
When you said past versus present, I think about it because, like, with the past, it's like you could do those Hulk Hogan versus this person.
Hulk Hogan wasn't in squash matches,
so it's like, or like a big name versus a little nobody, or somebody versus somebody you knew versus a nobody.
Correct.
You could do those matches all the time. So it was like,
or you could give them somebody that they know, but they don't win matches like that.
Like
you got luchadors, you got what I mean?
Don't have that
Humberto and Angel Garza.
Whoa, they're winning now.
Whoa, they're winning now. Wait a minute.
They're winning now.
Don't make them lose now.
Yeah. So
guys like that.
We don't have that many. I'm gonna be honest.
There's still more.
We don't have that many people now that's always losing.
Jinder Mahal.
That's different.
Sorry, Jinder.
Jinder just got thrown in the rotation now.
But I'm saying,
back in the rotation.
I'm just saying, but these type you're making cases for all three guys I just named to you that were just losing the last 5 years.
No, Humberto and them been in NXT the whole time. They've been stuck.
Not the whole time.
Not the whole time. Yeah, you're right.
They were losing matches on the main roster.
Just like the Good Brothers.
Yeah.
But I'm saying we don't have those guys that lose a lot.
Make them keep losing.
They literally never be on TV.
That's exactly. You know. So why would I? Okay, remember when what's his name now? Brian Myers, when he used to be Curtis Hawkins, when he had the long losing streak or whatever. Yeah. Why not you have him in those type of matches? Not him exactly, but that type of guy.
A guy like that.
Yeah, in the match against your mid-card guys. And then your main event guys, they don't really have to wrestle matches. They need to be promoting their pay-per-view matches, their pay-per-view feuds.
Right.
So you have them, whatever angle that you got going on with them, you can still feed that on TV.
Yeah.
But you don't have to have them in the big matches. The matches are really for the other guys who need to learn how to fucking work. Our guys who's going to draw money, we don't need you guys on the...
I get where you're going. I see what you're saying, and I get it. I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Because it makes sense. I guess I'm one of those guys that, like...
Less is more.
I hate... Well, less is more, but also wasting time. Like...
But we're not wasting time because there's fans out there that people want to see that they don't get to see. Not saying that they're our favorites or they're people that we want, but there are fans of these people.
Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Hawkins. I'm like, brother, I know.
They're not promoting that. Rey Mysterio's in action tonight. You know what I mean? They're not going to say.
Yeah, they're not going to say who they
Yeah, fuck all that.
That's what makes you mad.
That's going to throw your interest off, don't
That's what pisses me off, I guess.
No, he's in action tonight.
Rey Mysterio's in action. And then I know where.
Okay, we're going to see Rey Mysterio tonight.
Okay, cool. And then all of a sudden I see who in the ring. I'm like.
This is going to be quick. All right. What moves we going to get? You know what I mean?
That's me. I'll be like, let me get out of here.
WCW did it too.
I'm not messing with you. And they out of business, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
WWE ain't.
Speaking of like different times and everything, and you mentioned the question. That was your question. My side question.
On, before you do your side question.
What's up?
The reason I asked that question is because I started feeling bad for a lot of the people who not going to go to WrestleMania, number one.
Right.
The guys who've been under contract for like 5-6 years, they don't get to do anything but just really sit at home.
Right.
And the men and women who are in the back and catering, who are sitting there and still don't get used.
That's true.
So I was just thinking of those type of people and like, if we were the bookers or if we were the owners of the company, how would you make sure that you spent your money right?
Their moments are those Andre the Giant Battle Royals and all stuff like that.
They don't even get used for that sometimes.
They need to. I want to say, was it last year? No. 2 or 3 years ago when they did the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and they had Finn Balor as a United States champion in that Battle Royal.
A slap in the face.
I'm like, are you fucking serious,
slap
bro?
In the face.
That doesn't make sense to me. First of all, a champion shouldn't be in that Battle Royal. That's one thing to me. 2, that Battle Royal.
Wasn't Matt Hardy in one as a tag champion with Bray?
No. It ended up turning into a tag team championship.
Oh, okay.
But because Bray came and helped him at the end of the match.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's just the fact that, bro, you're a champion. That match is for all the people who be sitting in catering.
and nobody
no one
cares.
Nobody, like Bobby Lashley only won it last year because Bray got sick.
They didn't have nothing for him to do.
That's literally the only reason
he was in the Andre Battle Royal last year. Damn.
That's how when Bray got sick, He was in it.
Remember?
Yeah, no one fucking remembers like that. So it's like because they don't really. I want to say the last person who won it, and it was constantly promoted was Madcap Moss. I want to say was the last person that like won the Giant Battle Royal, and then they kept bringing it up. Like he won it. He won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Because they done it before, like with Cesaro, and they did it with Baron Corbin. But like recently, no one cares.
Nobody ever cares.
Yeah, no one cares.
Because it's a regular Battle Royal. It ain't the Rumble.
It's a regular Battle Royal, and it's all a bunch of people who no one fucking cares about.
It's a pre-show match when the sun is still shining in the goddamn stadium. Which I'm fine
No champion should be in that match.
No.
If no big star should be in that match, to me.
No. It's all your bottom feeders.
All your bottom feeders. It shouldn't be nobody that could actually be a contender for a title in that match, to be honest with you. Hate to say it that way, but that's true.
But that's what the match is. Well, nah, I'll give you two. So you could see which one of these two going to be the winner. I'll give you two guys that are reputable.
No.
So you want one of the bottom feeders to win?
Give the bottom feeders. Give it to them, because then we could jumpstart from.
But you might not even have nothing to do for the two guys that you put in there that are like mid-card guys.
That's why like the big shows be winning.
Yeah, because they ain't got nothing else for them to do.
Got nothing else for them to do. Cool. Go ahead, take it.
Yeah, throw your ass in there.
That'd be something later on down the road. We'd be like, oh yeah, this is Andre the Giant winner. On the next show, he get that little 1 minute spot or 2 minute spot on the show. This is Andre the Giant Memorial winner. Oh, okay. He gets squashed. Cool.
They should that whack ass trophy, and then all of a sudden it's over. You don't see it no more.
Yeah. And we do the same thing with the women's. I forgot what they call it. They ain't the Fabulous Moolah one no more. I forgot what it's called.
The Women's Battle Royal.
Yeah, I think it's just the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal.
Yeah, they didn't change it because people wanted it to be the Sherry.
The Mae Young. They wanted it to be the Mae Young.
No, they wanted it to be the sensational something.
Yeah, makes sense. Then they wanted it to be China.
No.
It's just too many.
Sherry or Mae Young. Mae Young is more prevalent.
Mae Young shouldn't get it. It shouldn't be Mae Young because you think about the Mae Young tournament, which I feel like they should have brought back.
Oh, because NXT.
No, that's the women's tournament.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
they should have brought that back. I feel like they should have brought that back, and they should have brought back the Cruiserweight Classic.
All right. I forgot her last name.
And the King of the Ring.
The Jackie Invitational.
Hey, yo, that'd be fire. The Miss Jackie Battle Royal.
The Miss Jackie Invitational, nigga.
But, side question.
Yeah, let's go.
From your boy. If you were to name a Mount Rushmore WWE stars from the PG era, so 08 to now, who would you pick? Who's your 4 names that you put on the Mount Rushmore for the PG era?
John Cena. What's the cutoff year?
08 to now.
To now.
08 to now.
Oh that's a big ass gap.
That's been the PG era.
I feel like the PG era stopped like when Punk left.
PG era been going for a while, man.
Hell nah. It's been PG. Some other era in between. Like we had the pandemic era in between.
We'll cut off at the pandemic. We'll cut it off at the pandemic.
That's 10 years. I'll give you that.
Fine.
All right. Shit. So Cena will have to be number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, Orton. Randy Orton got to be in there.
Okay.
Because they've been there.
Yeah.
And they were the top champions. Shit. Now, Punk wasn't there long enough, so I can't put him on that.
Okay.
5 years, he wasn't included.
Okay.
I wanted to put Batista. That's why I asked you what the cutoff year was, but he was gone by 11.
And he wasn't that big of a. He wasn't as popular in like I want to say 08 once it started up. Because it kind of fizzled out by then.
I kind of felt like that's when it started up, and then he had that heel turn, and then
by the time 08 came around, it was that popularity that he was on.
It went to the heel turn because that's when he turned on Shawn and all that.
He turned on Ray. That's when it started. When he turned on Ray.
That was Jericho that turned on Shawn during the Batista match. Gotcha. Shit, bro. All I can think about is Cena and Orton, and I need 2 more for this era.
I agree with Cena Orton, but I had 2 more people. I got 2 for you. I could tell you 2.
Go ahead.
Undertaker. Undertaker was the lead.
Yeah.
He was the leading guy up in there. He was everywhere.
But when was his cutoff? 17.
right before the pandemic.
2017. Okay, my bad. Yeah,
and he was the man on SmackDown for
the longest.
Really, and him and Triple H was the man on SmackDown majority of the time.
I would have gave it to Hunter too, but
I'm gonna give a name that I don't know how you gonna feel about it. Edge.
No, Edge was in it until you gave me this long ass range for the PG era.
Oh yeah, touche.
Edge was absolutely in it.
My bad.
I was going with Cena, Batista, Edge, and Orton. But then when you told me the long ass range, I'm like, well, fuck. Edge was gone and Batista was gone.
Then got to be Roman.
Hell no. Nah.
John Cena, Randy.
You said 08. Roman came 14. Maybe 2012. He came 2012.
08 to 2018.
Right.
So
I'm looking for somebody who was in the company that whole time.
That whole time?
Yeah.
We already got the 2.
I know. It's some
you
more.
got the 3. To be honest.
Here we go. Kofi.
No. Oh no. I'm not allowing it.
He was there the whole time, though. But nah.
He was there, but he did. Come on now. He was flandering around. He was playing around up in there.
I want to go with, but now I can't even go with Bryan Danielson because he wasn't there in 08. All right, I'm gonna go with The Miz.
Hey, yo.
I'm going with Miz.
Hey, yo.
Sounds crazy.
Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I'm going with Miz. You want to know why? WWE. I'm just going WWE.
PG era. I'm saying Mount Rushmore.
He was a world champion.
Yep.
Matter of fact, he's a Grand Slam champion. He's won every fucking title. He's always involved in storylines. He's been there the whole time. We're talking about Mount Rushmores. I'm talking about guys who were there the whole time. That's what I'm thinking about. Not just guys who came in just to get a star to shine and then cut back out.
I guess he'd be the Theodore Roosevelt of the Mount
There you go. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. We just gonna throw his ass on there. I mean,
he should be the last one, but I'm
not gonna disrespect the Miz like that. But when you put names up there like John Cena, Randy Orton, the Undertaker, The Miz. What? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by this?
Now you know you got to cut this out to make this a clip.
Well, why? Like,
so people can be like, "Why the fuck would he put the Miz in this?"
I'm just saying, the Miz is crazy.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, I'm trying to find someone actually.
All right, I'm going with Brock.
No,
I'm going with Brock.
I can't go Brock. I'm gonna go Shawn Michaels.
How?
He was there the whole time.
No, he wasn't.
He literally, ended at 12? 12 or 13?
12 what?
He was gone by 2012, 2013.
No. Sean was going at the Mania I was supposed to go to, which was 09. Or no, 2010.
Oh.
In Phoenix.
Never mind then. Let me back up then. I'll back it up then. No way.
Yes, 2010. That's when he lost to Taker. It was 2010. I could tell you who I was dating at the time and who I gave the tickets to go to the show.
Damn. Hold up. Let me think now. Let me think. Let me take it back then. let me take it back. 2008 to 2012. 2008
to 2018.
I still want to go Roman,
but Roman wasn't even a mainstay until he wasn't even a head dude in the Shield until at least 2014.
I don't want to say because I don't even want to say Brock. I don't want to say Brock because Brock literally was gone until what?
2012, 2011.
2011.
So 3 years he wasn't there, but the rest of the time he killed it. He was the star.
But I'll go that then. I'll go that route.
This is a hard question for both of us.
I'll go with that. Undertaker brought
John Cena, Randy Orton. I'm happy with that.
I'm okay with that.
That's a real Mount Rushmore.
OVW boys holding it down.
Except for Taker. And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to have it the whole OVW boys. I wanted Batista in it. But nah, I was going to have Edge.
Batista left out.
But I didn't know how old Batista was when he started.
I didn't know either. I thought he was kind of young.
Me too. I didn't know he was in his 30s, like mid-30s.
So,
yeah.
We halfway through the show. We're going to get some recent news in. And then we're going to talk about some Royal Rumble.
Let's do it. Oh, let's do it.
But before we get into recent news, I want to go ahead and put a plug out there for the Heavily Opinionated Podcast with your boy, Playboy Troy, Melly Mel, Cooley High, Platinum P, and DJ Rose. With this past episode, we talked about the NFL and the games that were played this past weekend with the
shower cap.
with the 49ers winning. Also, with Baltimore winning, we also had a great game between Kansas City and Buffalo. We had some great talks about that. So it was pretty good, and I put out a prediction there for the NBA for a trade that I was hoping that would go through. That today, while we record, it happened to break news. I was talking about Terry Rozier getting traded to the Miami Heat, which I kept saying it won't happen, but if it do, I'm happy for it. So go check out the Heavily Opinionated Podcast with your boy Playboy Troy, Melly Mel, Cooley High, DJ Rose, and Platinum P. Now, some recent news.
Hold on. Aren't you guys happy that we don't have the ads that just cut off while we talking and then just pop up?
Yeah, it'd be weird.
Yeah, yo.
I hate that.
Like, the way you just did that plug was just, like, perfect. People didn't have to cut off. It ain't a long fast forward that they got to do.
Yeah, no. It's
quick and easy.
Quick and easy. I'm not about to sit here and bore y'all all day and night.
God damn it.
So, before I was really interrupted.
But that shower cap was crazy.
Here we go.
That shower cap was crazy.
What do you mean?
That shower cap on the Heavily Opinionated Podcast is crazy.
Shower cap?
These shower caps that you keep wearing every week, like, I don't know what.
Why?
What the fuck is going on?
Oh, you're talking about my bonnets. Oh, yeah.
Your shower caps that you keep wearing every week?
Because I have to protect my hair. Why don't you?
Your hair?
Yeah.
What the?
First of all, I don't judge you when you put on a wave cap and your little head bandanas, whatever you want to do. You got a bald head. I don't know why.
It ain't on.
No. You be putting on like wave caps and stuff.
No, it's not a wave cap. It's a sweat cap.
Do-rags?
It's a sports sweat cap.
Okay.
Number one, to stop the bald-headed people from sweating when they play football and they had their helmets on. That's what the fuck it's for. All right, it's not a wave cap. Wave cap's got the strap that go around and it doubles around. That don't double around. That's a sports cap. We're having the same argument, but
but I have hair, so I have to protect it. I
got sweat, so I got to make sure it don't get in my eye, in my face.
Can I get to my job here? I don't got much on this show,
Go ahead,
but this is my little moments.
You don't got much on the show.
My little segments. First, go ahead and get some AEW news out the way. AEW is returning. AEW rankings are returning, so now they're bringing that back. There was news that CM Punk was the reason they got rid of it, but AEW is bringing back the rankings for their contenderships, which I thought was always a great idea for them, but. Because it was a moment when they had the rankings and people started skipping, and I was like, yo, this makes no sense. This is dumb. But, yeah, that's some little AEW news.
Why?
Why what?
Why is this on the news list? Why is this on the news list?
Because we're a wrestling podcast, and I can't always show favoritism towards WWE. This is not a WWE podcast.
It's not even news. They're bringing their rankings back that they didn't give a fuck about. Last time that they had it, CM Punk made them get rid of it. Now they're bringing it back because Punk is gone.
Can I finish my?
No, we supposed to be able to comment on the news.
Why are you doing this to me?
Why are we not commenting on the news?
Because I knew it was gonna ruffle some feathers when I brought up AEW. I knew it was gonna ruffle some feathers.
No, not that you brought up AEW. You brought up the fucking ranking list. Just something pointless. Like nobody gives a shit about.
A lot of people actually enjoy their rankings. Everybody was.
We used to enjoy the fucking rankings.
Now
when they first did the shit, and it was not new, but it was something that they brought back from the old WCW days, and then they squandered it. Who gave a fuck?
But now it's back.
And nobody gonna give a fuck again. Next.
So there's rumors now that Okada is heading to WWE, but making a pit stop at NXT. Those are just rumors. Nothing has been officially confirmed. But that is a rumor right now on the mill. Okada is set to be finished up with New Japan Pro Wrestling January 31st. There's some possibility he might show up in Royal Rumble. Might not. But there's a possibility that he does come to WWE. And if he does, he might be making a pit stop at NXT. How do you feel about that?
If they looking for that AJ Pop, they going to put him in at number 3 in that Rumble.
Yeah.
If you looking for that AJ
all you
Pop,
need is that coin to drop.
Yep.
That's truly, I think how you do it is you get the permission from New Japan, you get the theme song, or some type of version where the coin drops. That's the
version with the coin drop.
That's how you get the fans to pop up, because then they know like, oh shit, the coin drop. That means he's here. That's the man. That's the Rainmaker himself. Okada. So,
oh my god!
But a
Hold
lot of people's upset about that.
Maybe I should write this down. I just thought of something.
What? Is it something that needs to go to the Mania prediction book?
No, not the Mania prediction book, but the Rumble. Like, what would be crazy? Just hypothetical. Say he does come out at number 3.
Yeah.
Number 1 is like Cody. Number 2 is Nakamura. And he comes out and he goes for Nakamura.
A lot of people has been saying if he does come to WWE, we could get a Nakamura versus Okada match. We could also get an AJ Styles versus Okada match.
Absolutely.
So there's
or if it's AJ and Nakamura.
Me personally,
at number 1 and number 2, and then Okada come out at 3. What?
That'd be crazy.
What?
That would be nuts. I'll go crazy. Me personally, I don't want him in AEW.
Hell no.
I feel like all the matchups and matches that they've already been done at AEW.
You've done them already.
They've done them already, and
or you
on
could do
top
them
of
now
that,
if you stayed in New Japan. Sorry.
You just add a new person in there. No, because that's basically all it is. He ends up coming to AEW, signing the contract, goes back to Japan, and he still works New Japan. He just gets paid as an AEW guy now.
Like Ibushi?
Yeah, like Ibushi, like Will Ospreay, like like the Joshi wrestler that's in Stardom right now. Like
who, Julie?
No, not Julie. It's another girl.
She might be going to WWE.
She might be going to WWE, and she might be with Damage Control soon. But it's just the fact that you got all these like wrestlers signed to AEW just to go send them back home and collect paychecks and do whatever they want to do before.
They need to ask, when you're negotiating with both companies and you're a big star or you're somewhat big star somewhere else,
right?
You need to ask, what's my come-in story? What's my come-in story?
They don't care in AEW.
They don't care.
They don't care.
The come-in story for WWE could be amazing in so many ways for somebody like an Okada.
Right.
That a lot of people do know, but they never got to watch his matches. They just heard about that he was the best in Japan.
The problem is with AEW is first of all, whatever WWE is going to offer you money-wise, AEW can match that.
They're going to double it. They
could double it. And then on top of that, AEW goes, you can stay there. If you're from the UK, you can stay in UK. If you're from Japan, you can stay in Japan. You can live there. You don't need to move all the way over here. We'll call you when we need you. And then they go, you can wrestle whatever company you want to wrestle with. So he give you that. Mm-hmm. So it's like we spoke when Will Ospreay signed with AEW. I was like, literally, AEW probably doubled the money. They said you could go still work New Japan. You can still go work your UK scene. And we have Wembley. So you can come work Wembley whenever you want to. That's the biggest thing for you.
Yeah.
So for Okada, they don't work.
I don't think he care about none of that.
I don't know. The only thing that he has connection
for TNA. Remember?
Yeah.
So he already lived in America. So I don't think it'd be a big deal. I think he wants to come to America.
He has a wife now, but his wife works.
She's a main actress in Japan. I heard
she's a voice actress.
Like a big, but if she's a voice actress, she can do that over the phone.
Yeah, she can do it over the phone. She can leave anytime
she
wants.
Or you're gonna still make more money than you did in Japan, probably. So you could fucking fly her over.
Exactly.
Even in WWE, he's still gonna make 7 figures.
Yeah. Well, with WWE, you're gonna make a show in Japan. They literally have a whole tour in Japan every year.
And AEW doesn't.
AEW doesn't. So it's not like
they just send you over to do a New Japan show.
Yeah. So it's not like the tables, you can see what they're going to offer. Mm-hmm. But WWE is going to be like, yo, you need to move to Tampa. AEW is like, you can just stay there in Japan.
Nah, you don't have to move. Well, you got to move to Tampa if you're going to NXT.
Well, you have to move to Florida anyway.
No, you don't.
Majority of the time, they always move to Florida.
Most of them do, but it wasn't.
It's just because it's closer to the PC.
Yeah. To where you need training. But I'm like, Cody is in Atlanta. Punk is in, not Chicago, but he's in Illinois.
Yeah. So it's like, but they're not. Those are guys that's been in that system before. It's only for the guys who coming into that system,
like the NXT guys, people that want to move away.
Jade had to move to Florida because it's just that's where it's easier for the train. So that's all it is. Just people who need to come get introduced into the system.
But a lot of them, I think even Bailey had moved to Florida.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. Sasha lived. They all the NXT kids all lived got houses in Florida
because it's easier.
Natalia,
there's no reason for you to keep flying from Boston all the way to Florida to do training. Why am I flying you out every 2 months? If you could just stay your ass here in Florida and train.
You think Ricky Starks moved to Florida?
Oh, I know. Oh, he already got a house there. He already got a house in Florida. But that's the rumor right now, so be on the lookout for Okada. All right, so now we're going to continue on. So WWE news. First, we're going to talk about Kevin Patrick. His time at the announce table is over.
Hooray. That's all I got to say about it.
Parade has started. I already got the call. We about to get the streamers and everything. We don't want Kevin Patrick there no more. His last day is SmackDown before Royal Rumble. That's his last time at that announce table.
So hopefully they get Mauro Ranallo in.
Yeah, I was about to say I want Mauro. I do miss Mauro.
Get Mauro in. Bring the NXT camp up.
I was about to say, if anything, they're going to bring up Vic Joseph from NXT. Only problem he has is...
Bring him and Book up.
We don't need Booker.
But keep Corey Graves, please.
Leave Booker down there. Leave Booker in NXT.
For him and Corey Graves, I just see Corey Graves roasted and talking about, what are you talking about?
No, Booker just be talking.
I can see Corey Graves just be like, what are you talking about?
Just be talking. And I'm like, yo, why is Booker? It's like, yo, Booker just fits that young scene down there in NXT, and it just makes it funny. He's just the old.
He said,
every time Trick come on, I'm like, oh, here come Booker. Here we go. What?
Did Trick train the reality of wrestling?
No, not no.
Because the way that Book be gushing over him, but dog,
every time. Trick,
did you training?
That's that man. I'm like, yo, this dude is hilarious.
Think he Mark Jackson
every time.
Next.
Kevin Patrick's done with SmackDown. Thank God. Next up, The Rock. He has returned to WWE, but as one of the board of directors for TKO.
Crazy.
He's gonna be in there. He's in the boardroom now. So that's something crazy. Technically, is he the head of the table? Is he the head of the table? To be honest with you,
he need to be doing vignettes at the board shit.
Hey, yo, that'd be crazy.
Vignettes in the boardroom, dog.
He's talking to Roman. He's at the table. Oh my god.
Vignettes in the boardroom. I'm the head of the table.
Because
I'm in the boardroom, dog. Yeah. You're just a wrestler.
He's executive. He's up there making decisions. He makes decisions. He's in there now. He's up there with Nick Khan and them boys.
That's how I knew he was gonna get that. He was gonna get a spot in the company regardless at some point.
Oh yeah, I knew it was gonna happen
because of the Nick Khan thing. But to see this, and Hunter,
them to be at New York,
him and Hunter
at Wall Street ringing the bell.
He's over Hunter again,
technically.
Again.
But Hunter's okay with it.
No, he's not.
He's not.
No, he's not.
He's not okay with that.
Stop this. He's
not okay with it. He's going to smile through the pain.
Sidebar. When you really think about the fucking trajectory of them two, it's ridiculous. Did you even know that the first match The Rock had was with Triple H?
Actually, I did. I did know that.
The Survivor Series match?
I knew that.
That's fucking crazy.
I knew that.
And Triple H was already in the company a whole year before that.
Yeah.
And The Rock won the title before him.
Right.
I think The Rock won the Intercontinental title before Hunter, too.
He did. He won it, I want to say, a couple months before.
No, Hunter had it first.
Did he?
Hunter had it first, and he beat Hunter for it.
Damn, that makes it even worse.
He beat Hunter for it.
That makes it worse.
Because Hunter had a...
It's okay for him to win the title for him, but to win the title off of him?
Off of him, and then win the world title 2 years later first? Like, yo... And then now, 20 years later, he comes in while Triple H is the head guy at WWE over Vince. Vince is gone. Triple H is the head guy. And the company who oversees WWE now, The Rock, is the board member on that?
Vince is still there. He's still there.
But I'm saying, you know what I mean.
Yeah. He's on the board. He's the right-hand man. He's up there on the same – he sits at the same table
with
as Vince. The Rock sits at the same table as Vince.
Triple H is at the table downstairs.
He's at the kids' table still downstairs.
Oh, my God.
He still gets to play with the toys.
I see why Hunter hates that nigga, but
it's on site every time.
Yo.
It's on site now.
That's crazy. Shout out to The Rock, though, for
shout out to that. Bro, he
big moves.
Board of TKO. Majority partner of the UFL, which is the XFL and the American Football League combined. Because he was the owner, one of the majority owners of XFL, and they basically bought in the AFL and merged them together. One of the biggest stars in Hollywood.
He's investing in some type of bank company too. It was on YouTube as a commercial.
I want to say his name is
Acorn.
I want to say it's Acorn. No, I don't think it's Acorn.
It's something like that.
I know his name is in one of the WNBA teams.
Chase, JP Morgan Chase.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Shout out to The Rock. That's how you're supposed to do it. There's different routes in wrestling. You could go the Batista route that stay only acting. You go the John Cena route.
You can go the Hogan route.
The
Savage route.
The Rock route.
The Macho Man did a pretty decent job. He had
commercials.
Good movies.
He did commercials a little bit.
Spider-Man. Like, did some decent movies.
Yeah. But there's different routes in wrestling.
Yeah, man.
Then you got, the guys that's coming from college and stuff and everything.
See, that's what I wanted to do. My goal was never to stay in that shit long term.
Well, yeah, you can get in and get out.
Not to get in and get out. It was to, do a good 15, 20 years, and then go do something else because your name is already going to be known whether you're a big star or not. But your name is going to be known so you can go do other things. You know what I mean? And people are going to want to invest because you have that name. So that was always my mind frame. Nigga just didn't go too far with it.
But just to finish out the recent news, Raw is heading to Netflix.
Oh, this is fucking stupid.
Raw is leaving USA Network for Netflix. January 2025.
25.
With that also being said, the official lineup now would be Raw is on Netflix, January 2025. SmackDown is heading to USA October 2024.
And
NXT on CW on October 2024.
So CW gonna get some nice ratings. SmackDown gonna get some good ratings. But as we were talking about earlier with superstars, this is not. It's a good move financially, but it's not a good move. You just took the longest running weekly show off of TV now.
It's still weekly.
It's off of TV though. You now only have it on the streaming site. It's not on TV anymore. Just streaming on Netflix. People don't even fuck with Netflix like that no more.
That's a lie. They got bigger numbers.
Who?
They got bigger numbers than what they was.
What they was.
They're getting bigger. They're going to get bigger viewership now.
Who? WWE?
Yeah. Well, that Monday Night Raw.
Not live.
Yes, it is. I think so.
They're not gonna get bigger numbers live.
I think so.
They're not gonna get bigger.
And it's possible that they're cutting the time down from 3 hours to 2 hours. Oh yeah.
Now that's great, but I don't think they're gonna get bigger numbers.
But let me read the report from the Variety. WWE has struck a deal with Netflix that will see WWE Raw begin airing exclusively on the streaming on the platform on the Netflix. Yeah. With Netflix on the streaming on the platform beginning in January 2025. The deal is valued at $500 million per year for 10 years. Netflix has the option to opt out after the initial 5 years and to extend for additional 10 years. By comparison, sources also say WWE's current 5-year deal for Raw with NBC Universal is worth approximately $250 million to $260 million per year. Under the deal, Netflix will become the exclusive home of Raw in the U.S., Canada, UK, the Latin America, and other territories once the deal begins. With more countries and regions to be added over time, Netflix will also become the television home for all WWE shows outside the U.S. That includes the fellow weekly shows SmackDown and NXT, as well as annual live events like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and the Royal Rumble, as well as documentaries, original series, and additional projects.
Are they leaving Peacock?
Huh?
Are they leaving Peacock?
No. Outside the U.S., they still use WWE Network.
Gotcha.
So they'll switch from WWE Network to Netflix.
Gotcha.
So I do remember seeing, though, that right now, I want to say it was like in TV wise, they go from basically, I want to say it was like 70 million people. Like it was available for 70 million people to almost 250 million people now.
The people that it's available to isn't the question. It's going to be available to more people, but it's going to be on demand. People are not going to be watching it live anymore like that. The numbers are going to go down because you're on a streaming site. So people, okay, I can go watch it whenever I want to because now it's on the streaming site. When it's live, I have to go watch it live because I'm not going to be able to see it again. If I do, I got to watch the condensed version on Hulu the next day or something like that.
No, because I'm about to say, I do it on, I'm saying this, YouTube TV, I'll just record it sometimes. I'll be missing out, so I just record it on YouTube TV. Or I just go back and watch it on USA. So either one, like when it's gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be the same thing. Just like when you watch, like just like how I watch it on USA majority of the time, it's just gonna be just like how I watch it on Netflix now. Cause I can always go back and watch it on USA. It's there. I can watch it. But Netflix is gonna be the same thing. It's just now I don't have to wait. I don't have to wait for.
But I'm talking about like for Nielsen, for the Nielsen scans, for your TV ratings.
Gotcha.
Like now you just gave that up, so there's really no TV ratings anymore. So your viewership for the live show is not gonna be the same numbers as it was when it was on live TV. It's gonna be more in demand. So yeah, you're gonna be reaching more people because of the Netflix streaming service. But again, like you said, that I guess that their numbers have risen. Mm-hmm. But well, I know a lot of people. Netflix is going up, I know a lot of people who had got rid of their Netflix. Yeah. Altogether. People got other shit. Apple TV. They got Hulu. They have Peacock. They have Paramount. They have HBO Max. So many different things. Netflix fell. Yeah. And without the comedy specials, Netflix wasn't shit.
Right. I agree.
So that's why I'm like,
Netflix is actually big. Is really
overseas.
Big overseas. But in the US, I would probably say it still be the same 70 million. Here in the US, it still be the same number. Yeah. That they would get on TV.
But I think you would get that accumulated in a week. But then you getting that accumulated in a day and then the 24-hour rewatch.
Right. Well, I guess because when you look at it, Hulu, if you don't know, when Raw's on Hulu, it comes, sometimes it don't come the day after. Sometimes
it's like 3 or 4 days after sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. So it's like
they cutting it. It's a condensed version.
Right. So but now, adding on to that, so with the new deal from the Netflix and Raw deal for Netflix subs that don't get ads, the vast majority of y'all, for the vast majority of people, Raw matches will be scripted around commercial breaks. So you'll get some non-important match action, basic headlocks instead of commercials. You just won't get ads. For the people who pay the extra for no ads on Netflix,
give me the headlocks. But fuck,
you get basically.
Man, when the fuck was it ads on Netflix?
They just started adding that ads on. That's when a lot of people kind of backed up because you have the basic Netflix, or you can pay extra $6 when you don't get ads.
You know what's so funny about that shit? It's crazy when you kind of was the number one for so long. And then now you drop so low that you got to now do what the other motherfuckers is doing to try to stay afloat.
Well, I see it as like it's like share. Peacock. Like when you watching the pay-per-views, and I know it'd be like, oh, this is the Michael Cole be like, for the premium subscribers, you getting this, and then the people who don't pay premium,
but
you
Peacock,
get like
Peacock started with commercial breaks.
It started with commercial
Netflix
breaks.
didn't have no commercial breaks. That shit went straight into your movie, your TV show, whatever the fuck it was. There was no commercials.
I guess I'm a motherfucker who had premium because I ain't seen an ad on Netflix.
Yeah, I ain't never seen an ad on Netflix. I'm like, what the fuck?
So that's what made me go, I guess I'm a premium motherfucker.
Yeah,
I ain't never
maybe
had an ad.
I am too. I still got it, but I don't even watch Netflix no more.
Yeah.
That app ain't even on my Apple shit no more.
The only thing that changed for me was that when they started doing that, you got to be in the same household. And I was like,
exactly.
I was like, what is this?
Because me and my mama we share the Netflix account.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, when we started doing this, bro, it ain't got no type of honor. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
But other than that, that is all the recent news.
God damn, we done went through an hour. Let's get to the Rumble, man.
Yeah, it's only 4 matches.
Let's get to the good shit, man.
Good shit. Here we go. All right, Royal Rumble, hailing from St. Petersburg, Florida, in Tropicana Field. So we got 4 matches on the card. We're gonna run it in the way that I think.
He just Birdman that shit.
Here we go.
Yeah, Playboy.
So number 1, we're gonna start with the Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton versus AJ Styles versus LA Knight for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
That is not how it's listed. That's the order that you wanted to go.
I said I'm gonna call this out how I think this show's gonna run. So,
shit. That was funny.
What's your prediction for the Fatal 4-Way of Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight?
Of course, I see Roman winning this still. But I would not be surprised if Orton got it. Now, I know fucking way this AJ gonna get it.
No.
And as much as I love LA Knight, they're not gonna give it to him.
LA Knight has a date with Logan Paul at WrestleMania.
Yeah. So they're not gonna give it to either one. But if Orton wins it, again, we know where they're going and we understand why they're doing it. But My mind is still on Roman winning it.
You got Roman?
I got Roman.
You're locking in Roman.
I'm locking in Roman.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead.
If man, it's gonna fuck my head up if Randy Orton win that shit. I'm gonna be hella mad. Like, why are we going this route? So that means that
Rock is locked in for real.
Yeah, and that whose main event is getting cut? I'm thinking Orton. I'm thinking Orton and Cody.
Why do we have to say that?
I'm thinking Orton and Cody. Seth is coming back from an injury.
He can't be.
So Seth, I think Seth. This is Seth to be a priority.
This is exactly what's gonna happen. I feel like.
I think.
If this all goes like how we think it's gonna go, Seth and CM Punk is starting off WrestleMania. Night 1.
Fuck.
Roman and Rock is main event for night 1.
Hell no. They main event night 2. They main event night 2.
Well then I gotta switch it then.
The two biggest stars of this company.
So then I'm switching it then. So now CM Punk and Seth, they're starting off night 2. Rock and Roman main events night 2, and then Randy and Cody main events night 1. But the start off night 1 is Rhea Ripley and probably Becky.
All right.
But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna agree with you with Roman. I think.
Fucking shit.
You know what? I'm gonna go against you. Went with Roman.
I know you're gonna go against the grain.
I'm gonna go with Randy.
Kind of how we rock. How we do this shit.
I'm gonna go with Randy. I'll just see how that rolls. So I got you locked in with Roman, and I go with Randy.
We need to switch this, dog. Because when you say shit, that shit's your premonitions is better than mine, bro. When it comes to wrestling.
Why do you say that? Wait, why do you say that?
Punk returning.
Uh-huh.
Something else that we was talking about, and that shit happened. He was like, "See, I knew it."
Oh,
I don't remember, but
the first one I said I called the War Games. I called that. I knew that was
it was something before that.
Before that,
it was some AEW related.
And
you called it. I don't remember what it was, but it was something you called, and I was like, "Damn, see that fucking shit happen." And then the same thing happened with Punk showing up, and I was like, "That shit ain't gonna fucking happen." Then you tripping, bro. Woo. Then he showed up. Yep. So I don't know.
It be like that sometimes.
Nah, you need to pick AJ.
Why I gotta pick AJ?
Don't pick Randy. Pick AJ. Goddamn it.
Pick Randy. I'm gonna go with Randy. I'm gonna stick with Randy on this one. And then
Punk don't get his main event.
Because right now, what I'm thinking is gonna happen if Roman does win to keep the title.
That's crazy.
I wanted Roman versus Rock at Elimination Chamber, but Roman probably just won't even be at Elimination Chamber. If he wins the title, I mean, he probably won't even be there for real. That's crazy. Anyways, let's go with the Women's Royal Rumble.
That's crazy.
Who do you got winning the Women's Royal Rumble?
I don't know who the fuck in it.
Right now
I'm going with Becky.
They've only confirmed 4 women which I love. This is something I love this year. They've only confirmed 4 women in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Is it Becky,
and 8.
Bayley, and who?
Becky, Bayley, Nia Jax, and Bianca Belair. Those are the only 4 that has been announced for the Royal Rumble match.
You know what's about to happen, right?
What? Those 4 are going to finish out the...
You know Nia Jax going to win.
Why? Why do you have Nia Jax winning? Because I'm pretty sure Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley are going to happen at Elimination Chamber.
They might push that bitch to WrestleMania.
They're not.
They might push that bitch to WrestleMania.
Not. I'm telling you,
especially if they somehow figure out a way to turn Rhea into a babyface.
Rhea is defending her title at Elimination Chamber. That's one thing. So Rhea only challenges. Ain't that many real legitimate challenges on Raw?
Hey,
it's only 2. Nia Jax and Becky Lynch are the only 2.
I know
ones.
that.
So
what are you trying to argue with me?
Nia Jax is gonna be at Elimination Chamber. So
if that's what happens, then I'm totally fine with it.
You over here trying to get Nia Jax as a winner, though.
I'm looking at it like I see what the fuck they doing. Like,
what are they trying to do?
The whole story this whole time has been Nia Jax and Ripley. That's been the story in the background. You have not been hearing Michael Cole hyping this shit. It's been in the background on Monday Night Raw.
There's only one story that's been in the background with Rhea Ripley. There's only been one story in the background.
Nia Jax is gonna go after the world title. Nia Jax is going after the women's world title. This is the whole thing with Nia Jax since she's been back. She's been getting one-on-one interviews with Michael Cole talking about the world title inside the ring.
That's why I said Elimination Chamber.
If that happens, that's fine.
The only story that's in the background, has been Bianca Belair. That's the only background.
What story?
When Bianca was on Raw as the champion. When Rhea was on the climb up.
How is this the background?
Because that story has been there. That story's been built. And really,
I'm saying the background is they're throwing this subliminal out here. You talking about some shit from 5 years ago that we hope is still happening because they got history.
First of all, it's not 5 years. That's one thing. Let's bring it back. It's only been like a year or two.
I don't understand what you're arguing here.
My argument is Nia Jax is having that Elimination Chamber. Just let that be. Stop trying to say she's going to win the Royal Rumble.
Are you just trying to stop me from putting it in the air?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Only one
I'm like, what are we doing here? Because
I keep saying.
Because I see what they doing, and it's like they haven't been pushing for Becky versus Rhea. They've been pushing on Raw for Nia Jax to go against Rhea. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
because they're building up Nia. They're rebuilding her back up.
Exactly.
So when that moment at Elimination Chamber shows up, the crowd's going to.
So what if she wins?
They're going to be jumping.
So what if she wins?
Wins the Royal Rumble?
No, the women's world title.
Who, Nia?
Yeah.
At Elimination Chamber?
Who, Nia?
At Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
Boy, they'll have a riot on their hands.
Not really, because
she can win
it back.
They gonna have a riot on
She can win it back.
You know how
everybody don't have to hold the title for 2 years.
You know how John Cena walked into the ECW arena?
She not from there.
You know how John Cena walked into the ECW arena?
Uh-huh.
That's gonna be Nia Jax walking out with that title in Australia.
Ain't gonna be no riot in Australia.
That's where
Australia for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that's where she gonna have to win the title at.
Oh, yeah,
against Rhea Ripley in her home country. Oh yeah, they gonna act the fool if she win that title there. Oh, she gonna get hit with a bill.
Vince not in charge, but if Vince was in charge, she'd have lost that. Yeah. She'd have lost that belt.
Yeah.
It's not a question.
But I got Bayley winning Royal Rumble.
Oh, nice.
I got either Bayley or Becky. It's only Bayley or Becky.
Sounds like the great pick, right?
Which one?
Either one of them two. It sounds like the right pick for either one of those.
4 women that have been announced for this Royal Rumble.
I don't even think Bianca. The other two.
I'm just saying the 4 women here are the only actual contenders that actually are contenders for this title.
We know.
Unless, and no, I'm not even gonna say her, because I know Jay is gonna probably be in the Royal Rumble, but I don't even put her in the contendership right now because she's not on that level yet.
Right.
So
Charlotte's done for it.
Right now, I'm seeing Bayley. I'm feeling Bayley and Io at WrestleMania, Becky and Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, and Jade versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania.
I don't care.
That's the 3 matches that I'm thinking right now. Unless they want to force Nia Jax up in there.
I feel like she's forced in there now. Like that's why I'm like, bro, why is she one of the only ones announced for this shit? Like, and this is what y'all been building to for like the last 4 weeks.
Because she's a threat. It's just like what they do with Braun Strowman, or like when they do like Bobby Lashley.
I know what you're saying, but I just have so much experience with this company that my mind just subverts to a way where it's like y'all being subliminal with this shit.
Who do you have as the winner for the Royal Rumble?
I said who it was already. Ooh. You just tried to argue with me and not have.
You said Nia Jax.
I said Nia.
Okay, you got Nia Jax. We're gonna lock in Nia Jax. we gonna log it in.
You the one talking about don't put it in the air. I'm trying to make sure that's what you were saying, but I see the writing.
I mean, hey man, you know what? I'm gonna stick with Bayley. This is damage control year.
Control the damage.
Yeah, control the damage. Now we have Logan Paul defending the United States title against Kevin Owens.
That's not even a question. Logan Paul's gonna win.
There we go. Thank you.
It's not Kevin Owens not winning that.
Oh yeah.
He had his moments last year.
Logan Paul versus LA Knight at WrestleMania. That's how LA Knight gets his moment. He should have had his moment last year when he was in LA, but he didn't. So it is what it is.
But it is what it is.
So now, the Men's Royal Rumble. 8 people have been announced out of the 30. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Gunther, Kofi Kingston, and Damian Priest.
Who my prediction is? I don't know. I want to go with Punk as the winner, but I just want, like I told you before off air, I want to see the Final Four be Drew McIntyre, Gunther, CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes. And whoever out of those 4 that win, especially out of the latter 3 that I named, I don't give a shit. I would love whatever match Seth Rollins have with all 3 of them. Especially Gunther.
So who are you picking?
I said Punk already.
Punk? Okay, thank you. You said
I'm going to give a soliloquy, nigga. I'm going to talk. We're going to talk about it.
I'm not going against that.
Yeah, I said Punk.
Because you said in my mind. So I'm thinking, okay, but what are you going to give me your heart?
I'm going with Punk.
Okay, all right. So we both going with Punk then.
I'm going with Punk.
I don't think, but I'm going to say this.
I kind of want Gunther to win. I
want Gunther to win. But I feel like they should have had Gunther win last year. But
especially if you knew Cody wasn't going to win the title.
Yeah.
You should have had Gunther win last year.
Because really, at this point now, first of all, the only thing I really need is Cody Rhodes to come in within that first 10 picks. Really, the first 10.
First 5.
Yeah, first 5 entries.
First 5.
Need to be Cody. If it ain't Cody there.
And Nakamura.
Yeah.
And Okada.
I need CM Punk to come in before 15.
He come in at 15.
If that motherfucker come in like 28.
Nah, I'm
going to lose my mind.
You know the number he going to come in at?
30.
21.
Oh.
It's going to be in the 20s. Any older too?
All right.
It's going to be in the 20s.
So we both going to CM Punk though?
Yeah, I'm going Punk.
Okay. This is an off topic. Well, not off topic, but still on topic. It wasn't on the list. Who do you think we might see in the Royal Rumble, like returns? Like who do you think will return in the Royal Rumble?
Crazy, right? So I got one wild card, right?
What's up?
So my wild card is gonna be Velveteen Dream.
Hey, yo, you know what? I'm gonna say this real quick. I was doing the recent news, and in my mind, I was like, we didn't talk about Velveteen Dream with his apology.
The last 2 weeks.
And it literally, when you said that just now, I was like, yo, get out of my fucking brain. Yo, get out of my fucking brain. That was scary.
That's my wild card. Like, it's Velveteen Dream. Absolutely. I think he already had a talk with Triple H.
But he had to just get that video out.
Yeah. I think so.
I wanted to go watch that video. I want to watch the interview with him and Van Vliet or whatever.
Chris Van Vliet?
Yeah. Man. I want to go watch that interview. I'm probably going to watch after this recording. But
oh yeah.
Who else? Do you have anybody else?
Yeah. So we talked about Okada.
Okay.
So
we're going with 3.
Oh yeah, I got 3.
Okay.
And my third one is the perfect 10 Ty Dillinger. I think he's gonna be returning.
Okay.
And have a spot as number 10 in the Rumble.
I like that. I like that. That's a good lineup.
That's
I'm a fan of that. I have Ty Dillinger. I did say I said Ty Dillinger. I was like Ty Dillinger.
Because he already left.
Matt Cardona.
I would love to fucking see him in the Rumble.
And then
as Matt Cardona, not Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
You were supposed to comment.
That's why I had to, when you said it, I was like, did I not say Matt Cardona?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, because in my mind I was like, when you say Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder
means Matt Cardona.
Yes, Matt Cardona. We ain't talking
dead.
about Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder's dead. We don't do woo no more. Yeah. We talking about the indie god. I guess these two. I'm gonna say these two because they're at the same time because they've been in the company recently. But Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar. I feel like those two will be there. We haven't seen Braun Strowman in a while because he's been injured. I feel like he's gonna be there.
We can get a Braun. But he had the little arm wrestling competition I just seen.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He lost.
Oh, okay. Crazy.
And then got mad at dude.
Oh, great.
Tried to fight dude.
Oh, great. but Brock, I feel like Brock Lesnar's going to be there. Brock will be there.
But my thing with Brock, because I thought about Brock too, but it's like, what feud would he even have heading into Mania?
He don't even have to be a feud.
He has to have a reason to come back. He don't just come back for no fucking reason.
He comes in while Cody's there, and Cody thinks they're buddy, and he suplexes him. We go from there.
We go from there.
But I don't know. I feel like Brock he's one of those people that always show up, so that's not like a major return, but that just came to my mind.
Brock Lesnar, Pete Dunne.
Stop. Really, I feel like Brock Lesnar returns, and that's how we set up Brock Lesnar and Gunther.
Oh, yes.
That's how we started up.
Yes. I said it for 2 years, and I don't know why it slipped my brain. Yes.
You just said it don't need to have a title on it.
Yes.
That was your statement.
No.
You said
no. What the fuck does Brock need the Intercontinental title for?
Wait. So
no, I'm agreeing with what I said.
Okay.
I'm standing on what I said.
Okay. Go ahead.
The fuck does Brock need the Intercontinental title for? To say that I held the title? I'm a Grand Slam champ. No, he's never won the tag title, so it's pointless.
He's never had a slam. You're right. I mean, yeah, good point. I don't know.
He don't need it. He just want to beat the fuck out of the guy who beats the fuck out of everybody else.
I feel like we had this argument before, so I'm not going to dive deep into it.
Yeah. We don't have to.
Just because he has a title, I'm just knowing WWE, they're going to make it a title match.
Nah, hell no.
WWE doesn't do a lot of non-title matches on the pay-per-view.
When it comes to the Intercontinental title, yes, they do.
A non-title match?
The Intercontinental Champion will be on the fucking card and not have a title. It happened for 5 years straight at a Mania?
What year?
02 all the way to, what was it, 06?
First of all,
there was no Intercontinental title.
You talking about irrelevant years that they did not care about the title. We have Gunther, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, and he's not defending that title on WrestleMania? That's all I'm saying. That's like basically saying we got Roman Reigns on the card and he's not going to defend the title against The Rock because The Rock, he doesn't care about the title. That's what it feels like.
That's the world title. But if you were to tell me that Roman Reigns was the Intercontinental Champion and he's going to main event against The Rock, you think The Rock wants the Intercontinental title and they're going to put that belt on the line? No. You think they're going to put the U.S. title on the line if Roman has the U.S. title?
That won't be in the main event. That would be your Gunther versus Brock would probably be middle match. Actually, I lied. That would be starting of the pay-per-view. That would be starting of WrestleMania.
That would be started, and there'll be a kick-ass match. They don't need to have the Intercontinental title.
Oh, bro, that would be okay with me. Oh.
Think about it.
Now that would be the first match of night one of WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar versus Gunther.
I'm just stuck that you want the Intercontinental, that you're arguing.
I don't want the Intercontinental title to be defended. I just know that's what WWE is going to do.
No. You don't know that.
That's WWE's thing. Recently, that's been their thing.
Yeah, because the guys they defended the title against have been contenders for the Intercontinental title.
Okay.
It's never been that guy against a main eventer.
We're not getting into this again.
All right.
But.
Because I won.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give you the win. I'll give you the dub. I'll let you have it. Until WrestleMania time comes around and we do the watch along or whatever, and they be like, oh, Gunther versus Brock Lesnar for the Intercontinental title. And I'm going to just look. All I'm going to do is come on the show. And I'm going to just look at you and go, I told you so.
I bet you Brock won't win.
Oh, I know he's not going to win.
If the title on the line.
He's not going to win if the title's on the line.
Yeah, he's not going to win.
He's not going to win if the title's not. He's not going to win if the title's not on the line.
Nah, that's bullshit. He could win.
He's not going to win.
He beat Cody. Why can't he beat Gunther?
Because Cody has to go through trials and tribulations.
And Gunther doesn't?
No, he's a fucking ring general who hasn't been pinned in almost 600 days. I'm not giving up.
600 days?
He's past it. He has a
when
longer record.
He got pinned? When he lost the U.S., the United Kingdom title?
Yeah, to be honest with you.
So he's been pinned?
Yeah.
By Ilya Dragunov?
That's okay.
So you mean tell me that Ilya can beat him, but Brock can't?
Ilya beat a premature God mode.
Brock is a fucking former UFC champion.
Ilya beat a premature God mode Gunther. He was flabby. He was still
in
fat.
God mode.
He was still fat then.
In God mode.
No, he wasn't. He was
fat in God mode.
With you.
He was going against challengers. Who the fuck has he been going against now besides Chad Gable and The Miz?
What challenges he had in UK like that? Because he beat Pete Dunne, and then after he beat Pete Dunne, he wasn't really beating no real like. He beat Tyler Bate. Who else? Who else he beat? And the rest of the time he was a champion.
Finn Balor.
Did he beat Finn Balor?
Yep.
Okay, Finn Balor.
Adam Cole.
Okay.
They were in these guys were NXT guys, top NXT guys. He was going against top NXT guys.
When? You talking about when he finally came over to see?
Yes.
Oh, okay. He wasn't defending the title though. He was just there on NXT.
I'm just talking about wins and losses.
Because I'm about to say
in general, I'm talking about God mode. I'm talking about not losing. I'm talking about beating all their asses.
I'm talking Gunther is God mode. Walter was in God mode. Gunther is when that Pokemon has grown up and has evolved. This is that. This is the final.
So you think all the stuff that he's been doing so far as Gunther is better than everything he's done as Walter?
In WWE? WWE Walter? Oh, we talking
we
about
can say NXT, WWE.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give it that.
No, fuck no.
I'll give it that.
Fuck no.
Drew McIntyre.
But I don't want to go a whole.
He took down Drew McIntyre and Sheamus on the same time.
Drew McIntyre and Sheamus?
He might as well have stacked their ass up. You better stop.
You're giving me the two most. Well, I don't want to disrespect Drew, but you give me the two most random WWE champions that they ever had and never won the title for a second time.
I don't care about I don't care that they were WWE champion. Those are the two roughest guys. Those are up there with two of the roughest, toughest pound for pound wrestlers that we got in wrestling.
So
when I sit there and you tell me,
wait, they're the two the toughest,
roughest pound for pound wrestlers
over Brock, and you don't think that Brock should beat Gunther? Or you don't think that Brock could beat Gunther?
I didn't say Brock couldn't beat Gunther. I don't think Brock should beat Gunther.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Brock is weak. First of all, I am no person to challenge
I'm like,
Brock.
This is crazy, yo. This is crazy.
If they was having a real fight, Brock could tear Gunther head off. But we're talking about in WWE
even
reign.
At 47.
Even at 47. But we're talking about right now, Brock shouldn't beat Gunther. Brock shouldn't beat Gunther. What is that?
To me, it doesn't. It's not a big deal to me if the title is not on the line. But if the title's on the line, then fuck no, you don't beat Gunther.
It's not a big deal to me either. I'm just telling you what I've seen and just knowing the WWE product. Not recently, not what they did in 2002, 98. Recently, if that title is on,
well, you don't have much to go on if we're going on recently since Triple H has been in power. You don't have much to go on.
Yes, it is.
You have a year to go on. You don't have much to go on.
I go off of the NXT stuff too.
Okay, so what's your point?
I go off his anytime he has, especially when he has been building that title up like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna just like a lot of people are upset that Gunther wasn't on all the pay-per-views. He doesn't need he doesn't need to be on every pay-per-view. Right. That's just a thing. That's how you continue it. You have him have a title match on Raw. And that title match be the most important title match. That'd be the best match of the whole night. That makes you come to Raw to watch.
I'm not questioning that.
But it's like with WWE, I've noticed when you build up a title like that, and you put it on the pay-per-view, he's not gonna have a non-title match. He's gonna have a title match. Especially if he's gonna be on the pay-per-view like that in a one-on-one setting, he's gonna defend that title. They don't usually do like a full pride match.
But we never had it where the Intercontinental title goes against this big mainstay guy like this. We've never had it. So there's no background to pull from to be like, oh, they're going to do it or they're not going to do it.
I just got that feeling. How about that? I think, not feel, I think Gunther's going to defend. If they're going to have Gunther versus Brock, they're going to have him defend that title. Because then they will boast it as Brock is the most major threat to his title reign. They'll keep repeating that over. This is the most danger the Intercontinental title has been in, as Gunther has been in champion. This is the most in danger he's going to be in.
Okay.
Because they'll just keep hyping it up.
Yeah. They'll keep hyping it up.
That's just one of the things.
Me personally, I just don't see the reason to put a... I hate to call it a mid-tier. I hate to even call it a mid-tier because Gunther has built it up. But my whole argument with you is not even about the IC title as much. You said that they're doing a better job. Gunther has been presented way better than Walter. To me, Walter was a fucking killer. Fat flabby Walter was a fucking killer.
You can go with that.
Like, he couldn't even be body slammed by nobody else. Now he's skinny. He can be body slammed. He can be picked up and slammed.
That's true.
Back then, he couldn't be slammed. It was like playing an old school video game where you had to get the guy up. You had to build up your strength.
I didn't see him face anybody that had. He didn't face anybody like on the same stature of like Drew McIntyre and stuff like that. Like
nobody of his height.
Somebody of his height or somebody of his weight class. Yeah. He always faced people that were smaller, like the Tyler Bates, Ilya, Adam Cole. Who else? Finn Balor.
Did he face Keith Lee?
No. Like he never faced people that was actually of his stature that could actually pick him up.
Dijakovic?
No. I mean, if he did face Dijakovic, I can give props to Dijakovic, but Dijakovic is not on that level right now. At that point, he wasn't at that level.
Walter was having bangers.
Walter was.
Yeah, I think he was having more bangers in NXT than he did on the main roster.
But because we kind of running over time, but I just want to go ahead and knock it out. But like Walter, his reign was only dominant so long because COVID had occurred. So he got locked over there in the UK. So his title reign ends up becoming a 1,000-day reign or this and that and other. Because he's up there with the world title records up there. Like I know he passed CM Punk and all that stuff, and it's only because of COVID happened. So he was locked over there in the UK. So like that title, when he lost the title to Dragic, it was like, whoa, okay. Because
who the fuck is Dragic?
Who the fuck is Dragic? Because they had their first match, and it was a fucking banger. Fucking banger. I tell you, go back and watch that first match. That shit was ruthless. But then they was like, bro, we have to bring that to the U.S. We have to bring that match to the U.S. That's when Dragic won. The second time they wrestled.
And the first match was in an empty arena, and you heard everything.
You fucking heard it.
I might go back and watch that tomorrow.
I might go back and watch it tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
Empty arena, but yeah, that's it. I wanted to challenge you on that just for the fuck of it.
I know.
We didn't get to argue too much today, so I wanted to make an argument about something.
You love arguing for no reason. Like, why? We be having good, like, cozy little conversations, and then you want to come at my neck about stuff.
Because it gets the people to watch. When we just being jolly and happy and shit, people don't watch. We get 5 views and shit. So
now when we kind of made each other's neck, like Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp, they're like, oh, we love that.
Yeah, we watch it. We get comments and shit in the comment section. So, you know
how to read? They go hit me with one of those. I'm sorry, I'm from Georgia. I can't help it. I'm from Georgia. I got glasses. The words are blurry.
Words are blurry. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we did our due diligence today. We had an hour, 20 minutes, 30-minute show. So, presented you the best. That's it that we got for you. That's all you got?
Be on the lookout for the Royal Rumble watch along with your boy Izzy Too Real and your boy Playboy Troy. And also we're gonna be playing a drinking game. That's gonna be posted up on Instagram, so you guys could drink along while you watch Royal Rumble.
We gonna see if we can try to go live.
Okay.
On on YouTube, we can see if we can try to do it. I know I could do it some way, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
If we can, we're gonna do it. If we can't, we can't. But we'll see you guys on the Rumble Day. So happy Rumble week.
If anything.
What?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, good.
I was gonna say, if anything, we'll just record and just
post it.
Just post it. As a watch along.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah. We did
slow.
That too.
That's the weed. But if that's it though, I ain't got nothing else. This is a horrible close.
Close us out. Fine, I got it. From your boy, Playboy Troy.
And your boy Izzy Too Real.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been
We are Wrestlemaniacs 2. We in sync, you dig?